God, I really do have a sickening amount of wicker. Hello you, welcome back. In today's video, I am going through first time mum organisation. I am a first time mum to my baby boy, Brody, and in my pregnancy, I got really into organisation, and I guess even postpartum, I've learned so much from having a newborn and all that that entails. So in today's video, I'm going to go through 3 key things that I think once you have organised, you are going to make your life so much easier. So let's get straight into it. The first one is breastfeeding or bottle feeding, whatever you decide to do, whichever one, it takes quite a lot of organization. And so one thing that I created was a little breastfeeding basket, and I made 2 of these, one in my bedroom and one in the living room, which is where I spend most of my time, most of the day. I did have a little video on my Instagram where I showcased everything that was in my breastfeeding basket. When you are feeding a baby and you have them on you, it is so tricky to then get up with the baby and walk to wherever you need to walk to get whatever you want to get. It's so much easier if you have that basket next to you with your snacks, with your water, with your lip balm, with your lanolin, with everything that you need in one place. So it just makes that whole journey a lot simpler. So I would really recommend setting these up before. I think I set mine up when I was like 35 or 36 weeks pregnant. I did have my baby week 38, so I'm glad that I did it then. But it just means that if you do go into a hospital or whether you have a home birth, regardless, in your postpartum, immediate postpartum period is all set up. You're not worrying about doing that after you've had a baby. It's all done. So that's one thing that I really recommend doing. Have your breastfeeding basket set up. Get your favorite things in there. Add a few treats for you. Don't just make it baby focused. Like one thing that I really enjoyed having was this rose water spray. I do have my own homemade rose water spray that lives in the fridge. But again, for convenience, I just wanted one that I could keep in the basket. And every time I needed a bit of a refresh and I just felt a little bit groggy, I could just lift that up, give myself a spritz, done. Same with my massage oil. I kept my homemade massage oil in my basket. So whenever I wanted to massage myself, or I had my incredible mum come and stay, and she would be massaging me and really mothering me and taking care of the mother, which was really beautiful and so important for postpartum. So breastfeeding baskets, get them sorted. Again, I talk quite a lot about trying not to invest in things that you don't necessarily need. I didn't buy a fancy breastfeeding basket. I literally had wicker baskets in my house that were used for other things, and I repurposed them to be used for the breastfeeding basket purpose, and they will be repurposed back to whatever I was using them for before. Next thing that I love to put in a wicker basket, because I do love my wicker baskets, was nappy changing station. So in my Fortnum & Mason basket in the living room, this usually has blankets and throws that I'd keep on the sofa. But this became my nappy changing station. Now we actually had a nappy changing station in the living room and in the bedroom. And again, all prepared before baby boy arrived, just so that everything was there. So this was filled with all of the nappies, size 1 nappies and size 2 nappies. Size 2 nappies we obviously didn't need immediately, but we did have some backup. One thing that we didn't have was size 0 nappies, and my baby boy was 6 pounds something. He wasn't tiny, like he wasn't worryingly small, but he was smaller than we thought he was going to be. So we had to just get some size 0 nappies. So I'd recommend getting maybe 1 pack of size 0 nappies, because you just don't know how big your baby is going to be. And my husband's 6'3". So I didn't think that I'd have, naively, again, I don't know how it works. Maybe your husband's height doesn't play into it, but I didn't know how big or small my baby would be. I really didn't think that he would be in a size 0 nappy or not fit into any of his clothes, but we'll get onto that later. So size 0 nappies were helpful. We only needed like 3 packs in the end, and then he was quickly into size 1. But size 1, size 2 is what we had in here. And then the wipes, we are now using reusable wipes, but I think in the early days of newborn, they are pooping a lot. There's a lot of changing. And we got the Pura wipes, specifically Pura or Pura, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but because these are disposable, flushable wipes, and they are as eco-friendly as wipes get and as less full of crap as it gets for what you're putting on your baby. I really didn't want to put any crap on baby's bum, again, which is why I made my own nappy balm, and I made all of his massage oils as well. So I was really conscious of what I was putting on my baby's bottom and whole body, really. Really simple nappies, wipes, and the balm that I had made. I actually just reused this Neal's Yard balm that I got gifted. I got gifted a mother's balm, and I took the label off and just reused the pot because it's the perfect size for when you're digging your finger in. You don't want like a really large jar for nappy balm. It's gonna be really hard for you to get out the last dregs if you're making it on your own. In a smaller wicker basket, we just had what we would go to first, and then I would basically restock the smaller basket with everything that was in the Fortnum Mason basket. Yes, your living room doesn't look pretty. No one's living room looks pretty when you have a newborn. It just doesn't. That's just the way it is. And you just have to live with it for a little bit. But I think putting things in wicker baskets makes them look as pretty as they can look. And then similarly upstairs, we had the same setup. I did also have puppy pads because we have been co-sleeping. If you want to learn more about my co-sleeping journey, I am very passionate about talking about that. So I'll probably make a video about co-sleeping. Again, let me know in the comments if you would find that interesting. But because of that, to save us changing our sheets every single time in case there is an accident, we also bought puppy pads. So this is essentially pads that you use when you've got puppies and you're training puppies, and if they pee everywhere, it's okay. Similarly, with having a baby, you might have an accident, you never know. With a boy especially, the penis goes up, they pee over their whole outfit. Like that, we had that happen, I think, 3 times in a row, and we just changed them into 3 new outfits and 3 nappies and 3 new outfits all got soaked in pee in the space of, I think, like 10 minutes. So that was a real good lesson. You've got to make sure you point penis in a particular way. But back to the puppy pads. So we have the puppy pad, one puppy pad on the bed, and he sleeps on the puppy pad. So that just solves the issue. If there is an accident, then the puppy pad goes in the bin the next day or whenever the pee situation happens. And then we're not having to change the entire bed sheets. We just put a fresh puppy pad on there. Obviously, it's a little bit wasteful, but when in the early newborn phase, I think it is important. Otherwise, you're just constantly changing bed sheets. Now, everything runs a bit more smoothly. We don't need to use the puppy, well, we don't get through the puppy pads as quickly as we were, especially in the first week or so. And then the last one is organizing toys. My baby has so many toys already, and he's not going to play with any of these toys right now. And he's got the tiniest of fluffy cuddly toys and then the largest of fluffy cuddly toys. And it's very cute, and I'm so grateful for everyone who has bought a gift for my child. So, so, so grateful. And obviously we're not going to give all of these toys to him now, but I think it's really easy to be like, oh, let's give them toys now. Newborns don't engage with like fluffy toys. They engage with high contrast images and high contrast things, and your eyes, your face, they want to be spoken to, they want to be sung to, they want to be cuddles, they want you to like play with them, engage with them. So we, instead of kind of keeping all of the toys out and on display, to be honest, just to gather dust, I really wanted to do that because I thought it would look cute in his room to have all of the toys out. In the nursery, maybe the nursery would look really cute, but I've decided to actually just keep all of his toys away in, again, a wicker basket in our large wicker trunk in his nursery room, just so that they're tucked away, and then as and when he gets older and he is more interested in playing with toys, then we can slowly get them out. I've also stored them in my wicker elephant basket, and I have put some toys on display, and they're kind of the wooden toys that I'm not so worried about washing. If they get covered in dust, I'll just give them a wipe down when he's ready to play with them. But I think organizing toys to what age he is and what age your baby is and what developmental stage they're at is really important. So downstairs in the living room, we do have some hard books that we read to him. So the really simple books which kind of have the harder pages. And then we've also got the Love Every Play kit, which I kind of got gifted by the brand, that's 0 to 12 weeks. And that is all about the developmental stage that they're at. So it's high contrast color cards. It's high contrast toys that's like that crinkly sound. Some of them make a squeaky noise, some of them you can ring and it makes a little rattle noise. So those kind of things live downstairs. So when we're playing with him downstairs, we're encouraging him to do tummy time. We can show him those high contrast cards and those images because we're using them there and then. I think it's really easy to have all your toys stored in one place, but it's not practical and it just makes no sense. Like, it's much easier to split it up. And then also the baby is exposed to the toys in accordance with when they're actually going to be interested, and you've got less to focus on. Like, you've got so much going on anyway with this new parent. You don't want to also have to be organizing all of these toys. I'm going to wrap this one up here. I am probably going to do another one about wardrobe organization. I'll probably do that in the nursery tour, just because that was a whole other thing, and I found myself getting quite overwhelmed with organizing his clothes. I got an obscene amount of secondhand clothes, hand-me-downs, pre-loved clothes, which I really think if you are about to have a child, that is often what happens. You've got friends and family and loved ones giving stuff away. There might be people in your local area. I got a lot from our local area. I have a mum's WhatsApp group. I got a lot of pre-loved clothing, free, people just giving it away, really good quality, great brands, you know, good quality clothing, nothing wrong with them, but you just get so many baby clothes and you do get through a lot in the newborn phase. But I did find it quite overwhelming, I think, specifically about the sizing. So obviously with adults, you generally have clothes in your wardrobe that fit you. Whereas with a baby, they're going to grow out of the clothes maybe in a month, maybe in 2 months. Like my baby already has grown so much and has got so much longer, and he didn't fit into any of his clothes when he was first born, but already now he's starting to fit into the 0 to 3 months. So I'll do another video on that because I really put a strategy in place for how I was going to manage all the clothes that were there, but also divide them up so that we weren't pulling out his chest of drawers and being like, all right, where are the clothes that actually fit him? So I will go through all of that in another video because I think that deserves another video, but hopefully those 3 organization tips of things that I've done as a first-time mum in preparation for having my baby boy really help. Let me know in the comments if they do. If you like seeing this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe. It makes such a big difference. And I've got lots more kind of pregnancy, first-time mum, postpartum content coming out. If you're pregnant, I have a pregnancy must-haves video, which is all my kind of top tips on what 7 things I found essential in my pregnancy, but with a real view of being environmentally friendly, sustainable, eco-friendly, not buying things for the sake of buying them. So that's something I really didn't want to do during my pregnancy journey, and it's something that I really don't want to do in postpartum either. I think you get a lot of kind of baby guilt, like if you have a baby, then you need to get this, this, and this. And there were definitely things that I'm like, I didn't need this. Like, why have I got it? And luckily I got it secondhand and I didn't have to pay for it, because otherwise I'd be really annoyed for forking out the money when I really didn't need it. So more videos like that to try and help you be more environmentally friendly, eco-friendly, sustainable kind of parent, if that is what you're interested in. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.